Hello, my name is Mara, and welcome to Books Like Whoa. Alrighty, I got another little book haul here for you guys. It's been a weird time. I feel very ambivalent about hauls right now. I feel a little weird about buying books. I don't know. I'm sure other people experience this too. I'm like torn because I want to keep supporting books as they come out because that's important to me, and supporting some independent bookstores is important to me, and new releases and whatever. But then I'm also like, oh, should I be ordering things online and diverting from the main supply chains of people who are trying to get things online? I don't know. I feel really weird about it. So I'm trying to like strike a balance. I don't know how successful that is, but that's where my head's at. Anyway, okay, so today we have a few things that I bought celebratorily. We have some new releases, something that I got for a challenge I'm working on, and one thing for my collection. So pretty small, but one of the things I did buy celebratorily is a mystery box from my local independent bookstore, Parnassus. So I ordered a $50 mystery book box. So I'm gonna unbox that with you guys and find out what's in it. And yeah, I guess without further ado, we can just dive on in. Okay, so in terms of things that are one thing I got for a challenge was I did order Machines Like Me by Ian McEwan from Powell's. I just remembered that actually there was a second book in this order that never showed up. Okay, well, anyway, c'est la vie. Ian McEwan, Machines Like Me. I got this because this is a part of my Operation Sci-Fi challenge that I'm working on, where I am reading all of the 2019 Goodreads SF Award nominees. And this is one of them. So I've actually never finished an Ian McEwan. I DNF'd Atonement. And so this will be my first full outing with him. And it's interesting because I think this is definitely more like kind of literary sci-fi. I don't know. I have no real impression as to how this will go. So wish me luck there, I guess. And then one thing I got for my collection is I did see a price drop on the Hopkins edition of the Everyman's Library Pocket Poets. And today we've got like some nice little leaves and whatnot on the spine. So little price drop. So I grabbed this guy. Then 3 new releases I wanted to mention. So first I got the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I got this, so I was trying to get as many of the new releases from the authors who I was interviewing for the panel that I moderated for the Social Distance Book Fest a couple weeks ago. I was trying to get this and Sin Eater and Strangers from C.L. Taylor. So the only one that I could get even vaguely in time was this. And this came from Parnassus, which we will talk about again later. And really, this was the only place I could find it where it would maybe get there in time. And it showed up within 3 days. So hurrah for indie bookstores. That actually is true for the mystery box I got too. They are like not messing around at Parnassus. So if you live in Tennessee and you need things pretty quickly, Parnassus seems to be like on the job. So anyway, I'm excited to read this. I really enjoyed my conversation with him, and one of my best friends actually just finished the audiobook of this and said that the audio was fantastic. She really liked this book. She thought it was really good. Oh, do you hear my kitty? What's wrong, baby? I don't know if you can see. Can you see? I think he's angry that this tree is fake. I don't know. He wants to play with it. Okay. Anyway, so I'm excited to dive into this one, but this is a new release, and I had such a fun time moderating that panel. I'd never really done something like that before. So, go check that out and check out all the authors there, because all of their books sounded like they were going to be super interesting. Then my book of the month club pick was The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Now, I already had The Hunting Party from Lucy Foley, that I had not yet read. So now I have 2 unread books from her. Both of them are what I would describe as isolated close circle mysteries from what I can tell, meaning there's a group of people, they assemble, somebody starts dying, and they got to figure out who done it. In this case, it's an island where a bunch of wedding guests are assembling, and I think someone's gonna die. You'd kill to be on it. So I'm really excited to get to this. I'm bummed that I didn't read one of her books already so that I would know if I would be into this in terms of her writing style, but she seems to be interested in the kind of mystery that I like. So I'm hoping that I really enjoy her writing as well, and then I have like kind of an auto-buy author, because y'all be knowing I love an isolated closed circle mystery. And then I had a pre-order come in, and that was The Girl and the Stars by Mark Lawrence, which is the first book in the kind of continuation trilogy of the Book of the Ancestor series he had. You know that is one of my all-time favorite fantasy series, so I am so excited to get into this world. I'm trying to wait for like the right mood because I want to fully like receive the blessing of this. And I guess this new trilogy is called Book of the Ice. So I haven't seen really reviews of this one come out yet, so I don't know. Maybe people haven't finished getting through it, but I am super, super excited about this one. Okay, and then we get to the celebratory bit. So I got a promotion, and I can't celebrate it in the way that I normally would. I would normally like go out for a nice dinner with some friends or do a happy hour or something like that. None of that is really possible right now. So I just decided to go to my investigating list, like my wish list on Amazon, and just buy 5 books that I would normally not, I would wait for a price drop on basically before I would buy, things that I'm just sort of tracking to see if I can get a good deal on them. And I just threw caution to the wind and bought these 5 books. They are all isolated closed circle mysteries of one kind or another, different flavors. So the first is The Dying Game by Asa Avdic. This, I believe, is sort of like more of a sci-fi-y take on an isolated closed circle mystery. So it's a little bit more like future, 2037, the Soviet Union never fell, and much of the Europe has been consolidated under the totalitarian union of friendship. So there's a remote island off the coast of Sweden and a 48-hour competition among 7 successful professionals for a top secret intelligence position. So I think it's sort of like a variant of an isolated closed circle mystery. So I grabbed that. Then I guess 2 classic ones I'll mention here. So first is A Question of Proof by Nicholas Blake. And I think that this is a pretty straightforward like country house version of an isolated closed circle mystery. I'm not sure if it's going to end up being truly fully isolated or more just like almost isolated and more of just like a straight up country house mystery. But I've never tried Nicholas Blake, and I've heard about Nigel Strangeways, which is his detective. Heard about that quite a bit, so I'm intrigued to give one of those a try. And then Speedy Death by Gladys Mitchell is like an early example of an isolated closed circle mystery. I believe this was from like 1922 or 1929, something like that. So I'm excited to see this one. I know is a country house mystery where somebody dies in the bathtub. So 2 classic versions. Hopefully. A YA version. I don't know anything about this except that it says, and then there were 4, which is an allusion to and then there were none. So I assume there will be some elements of that. Yeah, before these 5 can figure out why they've been summoned, the roof of their meeting place collapsed and they just barely escaped the catastrophe. So yeah, I think there's like people assembled. They don't know why. Accidents start happening. So it's like a YA version of that kind of trope, I think. And then this is one that I am not sure I'm actually going to enjoy, but it's a cozy mystery version of an isolated closed circle mystery. So I think everybody has assembled for like a big birthday party and somebody dies. So this is kind of a stretch, but I'm trying to find cozy mysteries that I like contemporary cozies I like better. So I'm hoping that maybe this will be successful for that. So I bought those 5 books in celebration, and then the biggest celebration thing was that I did, like I said, buy a mystery box from Parnassus, and I picked Mystery as my version of the mystery box. It's a mysterious box. And so I thought we could unbox this together and see what's in it. Scrambled over to the kitchen and got some scissors and opened it up, and look, it's so pretty. And it looks like there's a little note in here with a bird on it. Like Portlandia, put a bird on it. Okay, oh, it's like a little cloud. Thank you for supporting Parnassus, love and gratitude, and be well, signed by Ann Patchett. That's so nice. If you don't know, Ann Patchett is a great author, and she is one of the co-owners of Parnassus here in Nashville, which is just a great bookstore. So that is a lovely touch. We got lots of this fun stuff. And this is a mystery box, and it will have some like swaggy things in it, and then it will have some books. So first thing is Decomposition Book, the 100% post-consumer waste recycled pages book. So yeah, I can always use another little notebook. There's like some fun designs here in the inside bit, and this is always lovely to have. So a nice little notebook. Ooh, and then, okay, the first thing I see is a Louise Penny book. The Beautiful Mysteries, which is one of the Armand Gamache books. Yeah, there we go. So this is in her series with Armand Gamache, who I've not started reading this yet. I've heard from a lot of people that they think that I will really like this. And I have the first book as an ebook, and I have one of the subsequent books in physical form. So I am hoping that this is going to be a series that I will get to and enjoy. This one, let's see here. It says, no outsiders are ever admitted to the monastery of Saint-Gilbert entre les loups. That means St. Gilbert among the wolves. Interesting. Okay. Deep in the wilderness of Quebec. Ironically, for a community that has taken a vow of silence, the monks have become world famous for their glorious voices raised in ancient chants whose effect is so profound it is known as the Beautiful Mystery. But when the choir director is murdered, Chief Inspector Armand Gamache and Jean-Guy Beauvoir of the Sûreté du Québec are called to the monastery. Why have I not read this? I love Canada and French things. I really should read this. Okay. Where they discover discord in the apparent harmony. Before finding the killer, before restoring peace, the chief must first consider the divine, the human, and the cracks in between. This actually seems like almost an isolated close circle mystery, so this is probably a pretty good choice for me. I'm happy to have this. And this makes me think I just need to go ahead and get started on that series. Okay. And then the second thing is a hardback of Pretty Things by Janelle Brown. I have not heard of this, so I have no preconceived notions. Let's see who blurbed it. We've got Harlan Coben, Chandler Baker, Jessica Knoll, Attica Locke, Julia Phillips, Angie Kim, and Jean Kwok. Okay, it's actually a pretty good little lineup here. Let's find out what this is about. So Pretty Things is two wildly different women, one a grifter, the other an heiress, are brought together by the scam of a lifetime in a page-turner from the New York Times best-selling author of Watch Me Disappear. Nina once bought into the idea that her fancy liberal arts degree would lead to a fulfilling career. When that dream crashed, she turned to stealing from rich kids in LA alongside her wily Irish boyfriend Lachlan. Nina had learned from the best. Her mother was the original con artist, hustling to give her daughter a decent childhood despite their wayward life. But when her mom gets sick, Nina puts everything on the line to help her, even if it means running her most audacious, dangerous scam yet. Okay, so maybe some sort of like heisty thing? Vanessa is a privileged young heiress who wanted to make her mark in the world. Instead, she becomes an Instagram influencer, traveling the globe, receiving free clothes and products, and posing for pictures in exotic locales. But behind the covetable facade is a life marked by tragedy. After a broken engagement, Vanessa retreats to her family's sprawling mountain estate, Stonehaven, a mansion of dark secrets, not just from Vanessa's past, but from that of a lost and troubled girl named Nina. Nina's, Vanessa's, and Lachlan's paths collide here on the cold shores of Lake Tahoe, where their intertwined lives give way to a winter of aspiration and desire, duplicity, and revenge. This dazzling, twisty, mesmerizing novel showcases acclaimed author Janelle Brown at her best as two brilliant, damaged women try to survive the greatest game of deceit and destruction they will ever play. Okay, so I will tell you, this is not a book that I probably would have picked up on my own, but the fact that by the end of this description, we find out they're all going to be going to this isolated house on Lake Tahoe, that's a setting that I tend to enjoy. Yeah, I don't know. I should someday try to like analyze why I like that isolation factor so much. I think it's because it creates sort of an intensity that I think is hard to achieve in sort of the everyday hustle and bustle of life. And it just creates, I think, more dynamic conflicts in some way to have everybody be sort of like cramped up together. I don't know. So this is not a book I probably would have picked up on my own, but I'm intrigued by it. And, you know, I'll put it in the stack and probably get to it eventually. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. These are two things I would not have picked up on my own. From these two, I think I'm more excited for this one just because it sounds a little bit more kind of up my alley. And this is a series that I keep meaning to get going on, but we'll see how these go. So I think overall, you know, I'm pretty happy with my mystery box. I got 3 things plus a lovely note that I very much enjoyed, and, you know, go and patch it. And I'm, you know, obviously in these times looking for ways to support some of my local businesses. And so that makes me happy. This actually, like, I don't know, I kind of want another one. That's the problem. I really like these mystery boxes. I tend to, ooh, actually, wait, I just found, I have pencils too. Parnassus Books, and look, they're so prettily bundled. So this is nice too. Okay, yeah, I'm really happy with this, and I'm actually gonna keep this because it can be helpful for packing. So, good little mystery box here. I think a fine way to celebrate a promotion that I feel like I earned, and I am thankful for, mostly because it's indicative of our company's current strength. And in these times, I'm very, very grateful for that. Okay, I think, guys, that is going to do it for me for now. Let me know what you thought about any of the books that were in this haul. Let me know how you guys feel about seeing hauls right now in these times. Like I said, I feel some ambivalence because I obviously am still going to keep getting some books just because I don't know. You heard me talk about at the beginning. I just have a lot of mixed feelings about how much I should or shouldn't be getting in terms of like not clogging up supply chains versus wanting to still support books. And then also you can let me know kind of your feelings about seeing book hauls right now. Like, is it in poor taste? I still enjoy them, but I wonder if it's not in the best taste. I don't know. You guys can let me know kind of your feelings about the politics of acquiring books and showing what I've acquired here on the internet. You can let me know that in the comments below. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe and getting through these crazy times. And yeah, I think that will do it for now. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, follow me on the social medias if you're so inclined. I have all that information listed in the description box below, and I think that will do it. I hope you're having an absolutely lovely day today, and I will just talk to you soon. Bye.